Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron here. Thomas Nelson has entered the premium Bible market, and I've done a video on their giant print reading Bible in Moroccan leather. They've come out with a preaching Bible now in comfort print, and man, it's in a clamshell box, which I'm a big clamshell box person. A lot of people aren't. A lot of people like slipcases, like Cambridge used to have. Some people like the, cover on cover, but I like clamshells personally. And they have just ran into the premium Bible market. Now this is in calfskin, but let's see here. I mean, it's not like, let's face it, it's not like a church Bible publishing, local church Bible publishing, but it is supple. Oh man, and it is grained. It is lightly pebble grained, and it's sewn edges on the outside. I wonder if it's leather lined. It looks leather lined, like unbelievable. 3 ribbon markers. Oh, Smith sewn. I don't think it's whip stitched. And I don't think it is not art gilt edging. It is a nice gold edging, but it's not art gilt edging. But just to hold this thing in your hand, you know you've got a premium Bible. And so this is known as their preaching Bible. I just noticed it'll probably be gone by the time you get this. On eBay, they had this and the premium giant print reading Bible for $139.99. Somebody's selling 2 on eBay. That's a real good deal. That's free shipping, $139. You can get these from Evangelical Bible or CBD. One thing you have to watch with pricing on these things, this is just a hint, is CBD will charge sales tax. Like I'm in the state of Georgia, and they'll charge sales tax where Evangelical Bible doesn't. So you're looking, 7% sales tax. Now, when I sold Bibles, you may not believe this, in the 80s and 90s, the state of Georgia had a sales tax exemption for Bibles. And it may still be on the books, but I do know when I go to Lifeway and stuff, they charge me sales tax for Bibles. But the state of Georgia had a sales tax exemption for Bibles, that we never had to charge sales tax for Bibles. So that's kind of cool. But I mean, it just opens perfectly. Now, I have not broke this Bible in, so it does not lay flat in Genesis. The sign of a very fine Bible is one that just out of the box will lay flat in Genesis. Okay, so this was created at 2K Denmark Type Foundry. Even the epistle dedicatory is in this amazing print. Thomas Nelson has just hit a major home run with this comfort print, because it's a Christian company in Denmark. I did a video on it a while back. I'm not sure if it's uploaded yet or not, but that they just got together and they said, okay, we're going to come out with to make Bible reading, to encourage it as the most amazing experience you could ever have. Even the table of contents is in this. Now, one thing you'll notice in the table of contents, that there is a lot of bleed through with this Bible page. And it doesn't have the raised book bands like you've come to expect with many Bibles. It does not have the raised book bands. But it's also, let's look at this gold edging. Yeah, it's even. One of the signs of a very fine Bible is the gold edging will be even. If it's not a fine Bible, you'll notice what I call train tracks. Like my Cambridge Bible here. Well, it's not necessarily train tracks on that. I don't have a sample, but you'll notice train tracks. But it does have the sewn edging around here. And let's just get right into it. Let's see if it's got introductions. It's called a preaching Bible. And this is something. I've got a friend of mine, Brother Seabrooks, got up to preach the other day at our church from Bainbridge, Georgia. And he preaches out of an Allen 62 goat skin. I said, brother, you don't even need to do anything. That Bible will preach itself. Well, that's a joke amongst preachers. But it doesn't have introductions. It does have, like the Schuyler Canterbury, it does have the references at the bottom of the page. It does have like a baby blue with the in-text paragraph divisions, which is good. Now, I personally don't like that baby blue. Maybe after I use this Bible a while, it will grow on me. Or I may give this Bible away, not to somebody on YouTube, to somebody in our church, a young minister in our church or something like that. But here's the ribbon markers, 3 ribbon markers. Of course, preachers are always going to need more ribbon markers. You can buy ribbon markers. I know online there was a lady out of California, a Marine's wife, that was doing ribbon markers, and they were like $3.29 and free shipping, and they were phenomenal. The only thing I found, though, is they wouldn't fit. What you do, it comes cardboard and you fit them down the spine. They wouldn't fit in the spine of a lot of the Bibles. Some of the Bibles, but not a lot that I had. But yeah, this just stands out as you read it. I'm not sure what point print this is, probably 11 or 12. But it just stands out. And so you really almost have to read it. It's more than just the size of the print. It's the boldness, it's the lack of bleed through or ghosting, it's the spacing of the letters, it's the spacing of one line to the next line. And it just reads like I've got sunshine shining here, bright white paper. Now, I doubt it's like a Schuyler. They say Schuyler, just for their paper, pays $40 for the paper of a Schuyler Bible. So like when you buy one, I don't know if that's for the calfskin. They sell the calfskin for like $120. So $40 of that, if it is just the paper. Maybe it's only for the goat skin. I wouldn't know. I can't afford the goat skin, so I just don't know. This is not red lettered. Not red lettered. But Thomas Nelson, we are so thankful they have entered the premium Bible market, and I think Holman is trying to get in, not necessarily with King James Version Bibles, with some other versions of the Bible. And this does come, I think, in a New King James. I think it may actually be less expensive in the New King James. So get it from Evangelical Bible, CBD. Just know that even if CBD is cheaper, if they're charging 7% sales tax, it may end up not to be cheaper. Let's do this. This is my Cambridge large print, which I've just had some pages fall out of. You can see the Cambridge large print is a text-only edition, and it's actually going to be darker. There were type prints basically from the 1920s that Cambridge and Oxford did, and of course the long primer in 1952 that people still use, and they're trying to convert those to computerized. Some people say they're actually falling apart because whenever you use a press type, it falls apart. And so we may be losing some of those amazing type settings, unfortunately, in the very near future. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to retire this Bible because it's, let's see, what did it do to me the other day? Well, maybe, I thought I had a section fall out of it. Maybe not. Or maybe I was using my other one and that's what it was. Aha! So this one's still got some life in it. Good job. Hallelujah. That's a Cambridge. And so it's not going to have a lot in the back. Now, this is a note regarding the type. I always like this. I'll let you read that note regarding the type. But it doesn't have a concordance or anything. So this is just a preaching Bible. This is just, you get it out and you preach. And that's what you do. And so it is just fantastic. But I appreciate Nelson saying they're guardians of the King James text. There's debate about that. But Oh man, look at that. Oh, just wonderful. So with a break-in period, I've done a video on how to break in a Bible. You know, this is just going to be an outstanding reading Bible. If you just do it like that, that helps break in the spine, keeps pages from falling out, on and so forth. And you do it at the same time. There's something about the tension of doing it at the same time. Some people would just say, you know, you do it like this, but there's something about the tension of doing it at the same time that really breaks in the spine. You just do it every few pages. There's no exact number of pages, but it's just going to help the longevity of the Bible. And this calfskin, this is premium calfskin. Jackie Schmidt at Thomas Nelson, what can I say? And the box has decorative design on it. It's black premium calf. It's not just calfskin, it's premium calfskin. Oh my. 72,000 verse references, which is a lot. Like the Westminster has 200,000, 100,000 at Oxford. 72,000 is quite a bit. Oh, and let's just do it a quick measure here too. But it's immensely carryable. Now, it's not like the old Holman. You know, I've done a review of an old Holman preaching Bible that was unbelievable. 9.5 inches high. Unbelievable. Now, I haven't checked to see if it's a PCE. And all of you well-meaning people that like in the comments say, can you go through and check if it's PCE? The answer is no. I mean, I may at some point, I just don't have time. I'd be happy to, but I mean, you got people in the hospital. I mean, it's just, there's way too much to do. 6.5 inches wide. And by the way, the baby blue ribbon marker is a great idea. I kind of wish we'd have got one of those in the Premier Study Bible. The Moroccan leather edition has 4 ribbon markers. Oh man, but that baby blue is just absolutely gorgeous. And it's not going to be real thick. I'm going to guess it's 1.25 inches thick. Nope, more like 1.5 inches. Inch to 1.25 inches is a thin line, so it's not quite a thin line, but it is just a great size Bible. We'll let you see how it compares with a couple of other Bibles here. This is again my Cambridge large print, text only, which is phenomenal. That's my preaching. It's small, deep text. I just hope it never goes out of print. And let's see, we'll do it like this. So you can kind of see, you know, it's bigger than the Cambridge. Cambridge only comes with 1 ribbon marker now. I'm having problems with some of the front cardboard pages falling out of the Cambridge. Just not good. It's, they're printing them, I think, in Italy. And, you know, it's okay. But it's going to be less expensive than this, at least in real world retail. Maybe not in other. I was going to let you see too how it compares to like the Wiersbe Study Bible. It's almost identical dimensions except for thickness. And so the Wiersbe Study Bible is about 2.25 inches thick, but you can see how much difference that makes in the thickness. Makes an awful lot of difference. So there you go, the KJV Preaching Bible clamshell. I'll let you see what's on the back of the box. I think I probably already have. You know, Nelson's little house. Nelson's one of the most recognizable names in Bibles, maybe the most recognizable name in Bibles, obviously. Which is fascinating because they never had the rights to the NIV, and the NIV soared in popularity in the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s. And but just with their King James, New King James offerings, they just maintain such a massive presence. Very grateful to the Lord for Thomas Nelson. So God bless. And this is not just for preachers, by the way. Get it just to read. It's phenomenal. If you just want a plain reading Bible, this is great. God bless. I'll talk with you later in Jesus' name.